All right, welcome back. So today we got a short little video of taking a cheap mountain bike and adding a rear rack to it. So this bike does not have the mounts for this. So I found a product online, very inexpensive, $6. And upon receiving it, I feel kind of silly for buying it because there's not much to it. I probably could have just gotten, I have plenty of metal around here. I thought this would be machined aluminum or something like that, but it's literally looks like a cut out of a piece of square tubing or something like that with some holes in it. But nonetheless, it was $6, not very expensive. So I'm going to use this to put this on the back of the Ozark Trail Vibe, Ashley's bike. So I'll let you look at that. It really is just a piece of metal that's bent and got 3 holes in it. Go ahead and show you where that's going to go. So you can see the hole right here. This piece is going to go right inside there, and then you're going to have 2 mounting holes for your back piece. So we'll go ahead and put that in. Now the thing I was kind of curious about, kind of looks like I might need to put some sort of spacer underneath of it because this piece kind of troughs down. I don't know if you can kind of see that in the video. I do think it might be necessary to put like a washer or something like that, space it up just a hair. All right, so I found a washer. It doesn't take much. I mean, it's this little tiny washer. It's probably about a 1/16 thick. Seems to be good enough. And now if I place that there and I go ahead and put this through the hole, as you can see. Now we've got that in place. Now the only thing I need to do is put the nut on the bottom with the washer that came with it. Just like so. See if that ends up. I'll square it up a little bit. And now what we'll do is go ahead and let it slide back here so you can get a little better of a view. I'm going to go ahead and put this piece on. There we go. One in. I'm going to go ahead and put my washer and nut on the inside here. Okay, before I tighten that, I'll go ahead and get my second one in place. All right, now we got our second one here. I'll line this up as well. Got it sticking through now. I'll get you moved so you can kind of see that. Oh my goodness. My fingers are, I know they're blocking the view there, but there we go. All right, so we got that started there. Now I don't want to tighten these up yet because we're going to try to get this level before tightening it, so you can kind of see that. So the way that you level these is these little attachments down here actually screw in, and it looks like I'll probably want to put them at almost all as far as they'll go, because this is a, of course I say that, now look at that. So I might need to bend this a little bit because this is a much smaller frame than what it was on. I am going to try to match these up. Whatever you do to one side, you need to do to the other as far as getting the length correct. does look like I need to put some spacers behind this. This brake caliper is fairly large. All right, so I found this little rubber spacer, and I found a longer 5mm bolt here, and that's what I'm going to use to get this kind of past this brake caliper on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and try to line it all up. And get it started. I'll be in good shape. All right, that seems good. All right, that worked out great. So now I'm going to do basically the same thing on this back side. Of course, it doesn't need as much of a gap. I don't have another one of those rubber spacers, but I do have some washers that I'll put in there just to kind of try to center this up a little bit. Yeah, it's not pretty, but you get the job done. So now that I've got all that done, I can go ahead and tighten up these top ones right there. It is a little bit of a tight area to get inside of. Okay, I'm gonna do this other back side here. Get it good and tight. Very good. So that's that. There's the back rack in place. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that down out of the repair rack here, out of this repair stand, and see what it looks like. I'd say that looks pretty good. Yeah, I'd say that's not too bad for a $6 little part. If you have a bandsaw and you know how to have a drill press and some things like that, I do think this is a really easy part to make. It's literally, like I said, just like a piece of metal that's got 2 little bends on it and 3 holes. So not too bad. Now that she's got that, she can put her little bag on that goes to the back of this. So this is the Ozark Trail Vibe. It's really been coming together. She enjoys riding it. This was kind of the last thing to do. Took it off of the trek. Now that she has this bike, I'm going to be doing kind of a bike purge. I'm going to go through and get all of the stuff that we don't ride and try to get it sold. So make a little room here in the workshop. I hope you like the new bike shop kind of repair stand going on. Reisworx logo there in the back. Spent the weekend kind of leveling up the Reisworx studio, if you will. So that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.